Yo, what's up guys? Today I'll be heading to Home Depot, but apparently it's closed today, so I'm gonna go to a local hardware store to get some supplies to start working on the bumper on the Integra. So after that I'll show you guys the stuff I got, and then we'll show you the process. Alright guys, I made it to the hardware store. Now I'm gonna go get the sandpaper, some filler primer, and some supplies, and I'll catch up with you guys later. So they didn't have it at my local hardware store, so right now I'm at the AutoZone, at my local AutoZone, trusty AutoZone. So I'm gonna go inside, grab supplies, and see how it goes, guys. So now I just came back, got my mask, gotta use some hand sanitizer since we've been out. Here's the supplies I got. I got some filler primer. I got 600 sandpaper and a 2000 grit sandpaper also, but then they didn't have any 1000 grit, so I think we had some. Lying around, so we'll use that for now and see how it goes. And then I'm gonna show you the bumper right now, and then the next steps I'll show you what we're gonna do with the bumper. Hey, what's up guys? So now I got the bumper here. I'm gonna show you guys. So this is what the used bumper looks like. It's not that great looking. So it looks like. I mean, it's a lot nicer bumper than before compared to the one that Andrew had, but these had the plastic still intact, but it's just, there's a lot of rough patches here, little, dirty. We're gonna use this to sand and make sure it looks nicer. We gotta fill some things like holes. There are some things that are really old, like this is broken. Also, this is broken also, we might have to fix that. But then overall, this bumper is still pretty JDM since they don't really make these anymore, so we're gonna have to deal with that for now. But next I'm gonna have to do the process, and then I'll show you guys in a bit. Look at this thing. Look at Leah, so happy that I came back. Leah, ooh, 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 ooh. And Leah 6 feet apart, coronavirus. High five. Ooh, good girl, good girl. Letting you know guys, I also have a video regarding how to build a PC, so look forward to that. I'll be working on that in a bit because the PC build was pretty cool. A lot of cool parts I bought, which was very pristine. So on the next video I'll show you guys that. So my lovely assistant here, Andrew, is working on this. So what we need on this build is basically some sandpaper. So I got 400 grit, 600 grit, and a 2000 grit. Well, I'm just missing 1000 grit, but we'll just work with what we have for now. And then also a filler primer, since we're gonna have some deep scratches, since there are a lot of deep scratches on this bumper. So first things first, Andrew's pulling out the sockets, basically whatever needs to be taken out. But for sure gonna need to sand this thing down to make it, look a little better. And after that, we'll show you how we're gonna start painting this thing. Alright guys, so we did some sanding, and now we use Sharpies to circle where we're going to put some Bondo. So this is a good way, since the car is white, we got to make sure. So the bumper, we tried using the filler primer, but it doesn't really fill it, so we got to really Bondo it. But here's a test patch. And then here it has a lot of really deep scratches. So we really have to figure out, add more Bondo for sure. And after that, we should be good to go. We'll bondle it and then leave it overnight. And then we'll have to sand it again. So you can see the markings. I put B or filler. So anything that is just like light scratches, I can put filler for. But then like B is for basically bondle. So you gotta make sure all these parts have enough coverage so you're able to make the bumper look leveled, and there aren't any scratches when you put it out in the sunlight or you are near the car. So right now, everything's ready to be bondled and then sanded down, and then we should be able to start filling it with a filler primer. And then the next day, tomorrow, so we'll be able to start sanding it down and get ready for paint. Hey, what's up guys? Here's a little update. So I basically sanded down the whole bumper. I mean, there is some stuff like the bottom lip. That one, mostly just gonna have to use 1000 grit to just sand off all the dirt and stuff. It's just basically dirt. So the bottom is basically just dirt that has accumulated over the years, and this is what I did. So all the circles are for bondoing. But right here, just basically F means for filler. So I used the filler primer from Rust-Oleum. It did a really good job. You can't really see the lines anymore. It used to be a long streak line, but there are some little scratches, but those would basically go away, just a little more primer. But here it's just you know, scratches, imperfections. Mostly you're just gonna scuff it up, put some primer, and then we're gonna paint it over. But now the next step is just waiting for the bondo. We're gonna get the bondo, and then basically we should be able to let it dry overnight, and then after that we should be able to start sanding the bondo off. The bumper's all bonded up now, so now I just have to wait overnight, just wait for it to dry up, so that later on we will basically sand down the bondo to make it all leveled, and then we should be good to go. And then I'll prime it, and then we should be done for the day. Alright, if you like this content, please like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later.